Hey everyone, if you've got an old, broken phone charger home, don't throw it away just yet. There are already too many discarded chargers out there, and they're not great for the environment. Instead, you can turn it into something useful, like the DIY soldering tool I'm making in this video. Alright, let's get started. First, I'll carefully pry open the charger case using a blade so the cover doesn't get damaged. Once the cover is removed safely, I'll use pliers to pull out the circuit board from inside the charger. It won't be used in this project. I'll save it for another build later. The charger casing, however, will be reused as a handle for the DIY soldering tool. To make the wiring and assembly easier later on, I'll drill 2 small holes from the charger cover through to one side near the plug prongs, just enough to feed the wires through and connect the key components. As for the hole on the charger cover, I'll widen it to about twice its size to make the assembly easier later on. Next, I've got a basket full of old spark plugs here. Let's see if I can find one that works as a tip holder for the DIY soldering tool. Something that fits a hole in the charger cover and holds the tip securely. Wait a second, how did a motorcycle valve stem end up here? The size actually looks like a good fit. Let's go with this one. To secure the motorcycle valve stem firmly onto the charger cover, without any wobble, I'll trim away the excess plastic left around the drill hole using a blade. The wire I'm using for this project has an insulating layer on the outside and a core made of many tightly twisted copper strands. This design makes it flexible, durable, and excellent at carrying current safely, which is perfect for DIY electronics projects. Maybe no one has ever told you this, but the carbon rod inside an AA battery can be transformed into a DIY soldering tip, and it actually makes a lot of sense. Carbon is heat resistant, so it can handle the high temperatures of soldering without melting or deforming. It also conducts electricity reasonably well for small electronics, and its compact, solid shape makes it easy to attach securely to a handle. By repurposing something that would normally be thrown away, you're not only creating a functional tool, but also actively reducing electronic waste and lessening your impact on the environment. This is an alligator clip. I'll attach it to the other end of the wire so it can easily connect to the positive terminal of the power source. But I'm not stopping there. I'll also make a tool to connect to the negative terminal of the power source. It's just a short piece of wire with an alligator clip on each end. This way, it's easy to link both to the negative terminal and to the object you want to solder. This is a small battery. It's actually perfect to use as a power source for our soldering tool because it provides just the right amount of electricity, enough to keep the tool running smoothly, without any worries. And in this testing step, to know if it really works, we need to check the results after soldering. Look at whether the small metal pieces are firmly joined together and whether the heat was stable enough not to damage them. If both conditions are met, we can conclude that the project is a success. After completing these 3 simple tests, it's clear the project is a success. With just a few everyday materials and a bit of creativity, we transformed old and used parts into a fully functional DIY soldering tool. I'd love to hear from you. What would you try to build with spare parts lying around at home? Share your ideas in the comments. Maybe your project could inspire someone else. And remember, small steps like this not only create something useful, but also help reduce waste and make a positive impact on our environment.